Hey YouTube, welcome to the On Time Always show. I'm your host, SPG. How's everybody going? So, I just thought I'd introduce myself with my watch collection. So my watch collection journey started when I was just a little boy, about 8 years old. I was nagging my father for a watch for ages, and he kept saying no to an analog watch because I was a late bloomer in learning how to tell time. So he bought me a digital one of those with the red displays on it. We used to press a button and the red display come up telling you the time. So I learned to tell the time in digital first, and then I went on and bought a Casio. Or my dad bought me a Casio F91W. This isn't the exact watch. Let me take it off the holder. This isn't the exact watch, but it's a released one. It's just beeped as well. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, it's the new release of it. So I thought, yeah, I've got to buy one. I've got to buy one of them. It cost me about 10 quid. So that's the first one in my collection. Not the first one I bought, but it's the first one I'm telling you the story from when I was just a young boy. Then I moved on to a Casio Illuminator, another great watch. There it is. Casio Illuminator. What a fantastic little watch, honestly. I'd never wear these, don't get me wrong, but I've just got them in my collection because it's just a trip down memory lane. This isn't the exact watch, same as the F91W, but it's a watch that I had as a kid, and it got some right stick as well. You know, back then we didn't have computers back in the 80s till the Ataris come out, so we used to spend this time on BMXs and jumping becks, playing duffs. If you're Yorkshireman, you know about duffs. I had multiple digital watches that I can't even remember the names of, with different alarms on and everything. Fantastic watches I had. I always had a watch on my wrist. I was a bit of a watch nerd when I was a kid. Then as I grew up to be into my late teens, I seemed to brush away from the watch industry. And then when I met my wife, the day that we got engaged, I thought, you know, I've treated her to a nice ring, so I'm going to treat myself to a nice watch. Now, this watch actually does belong to my son. I gave him it on his 16th birthday. I always said that he was going to inherit it when I die, but I ended up giving him it on my 16th birthday. And he's looked after it, bless him. He really has looked after it. He's 18 now, so he's had this watch for a couple of years. But I asked him if I could involve it in my watch collection because it's got a story to tell you. And this one it's a white dial Seiko Kinetic, and it's an absolute stunner of a watch, honestly. This has seen some places. It's been all over the world. It's been to Turkey. It's been to France. It's been to Germany. It's been to Belgium. It's been to Greece. It's been to Tenerife. It's been all over, honestly. I've lost count of where this watch hasn't been. I had it on my wrist for ages, and it's still in pristine condition. Sapphire glass, kinetic energy. It does need charging, to be honest. I can't even see it hands. Yeah, it does need. It started ticking, but it's like double ticking, so it needs a good. It's not been worn for a 6 month or so it does need charging. So yeah, I bought that watch the day me and my wife, the day I proposed to my wife, and she accepted. Obviously, we got engaged, so I bought that as a treat to myself because she got a watch. A bit selfish, I suppose, but there you go. So that's a Seiko Kinetic, which now belongs to me, my 18-year-old son. So I've got a passion for Citizen watches and Seiko and Casio. So a lot of these watches, apart from one which I've got on my wrist at the moment, and I've only had this for a few days. I'm going to get to the last one. So I'm going to move on with another Seiko. I love Seiko watches, they're fantastic. This is a diver. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm not that much of a watch nerd to go by numbers, and I just know it's an automatic diver watch. And I've only owned this for a week or so. but it's beautiful. It's in rose gold. It's an automatic movement. I don't know the exact movement or the beats that it does or anything like that, because I just love the look of watches and I love wearing them. I'm not a total nerd. I'm just a collector that absolutely adores watches. Look at that; it's absolutely stunning dial on it. It's quite nice look. The lume on it as well. The lume on it rather, and the bezel action. It's really really good bezel action. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, the bezel action is fantastic. It's unidirectional, which is fantastic. Um, but yeah, it is phenomenal. I love that. Well, to be honest, I was never into diving watches, but I saw this absolute stunning Citizen one, and I had to have it. I had to have it. It just caught my eye, and I won it. I won it on eBay. I didn't pay a great deal for it, to be honest. I think they're about something like 250 quid brand new, maybe. I won it for 130. So yeah, it's in absolute brand new condition. I'll move on to that in a bit. Another thing what I love about watches, I like the Citizen ones, the Perpetual Citizen Perpetual. Now, I just love the idea that they just look after themselves. As long as you'll keep them in sunlight, they're eco drive. As long as you'll keep them in sunlight, they will stay charged up. I think that's a great idea, and it's something that Citizens were one of the first watch brands, Japanese watch brands, to bring that out on watches. So I bought this just after. So I've had it about 2 year, maybe over 2 year, just after my son's 16th birthday, when I give him my Seiko Kinetic. I realised that I ain't gonna watch no more because I had that one. So I've always wanted a Citizen. I always looked on eBay at Citizens. Never really been able to afford one because I'm also into motorbikes, which is an expensive hobby. I've got 3 motorbikes as well. That's on another channel. Is that Smiles Per Gallon 01? If you want to switch over, if you're into motorbikes at some point, and check that out. I've got 3 motorbikes, but this is about watches, so we'll talk about watches today. So I bought this Citizen. It's a perpetual and it's beautiful, and you can swap it to different time zones as well. It just hooks up to the atomic mast every evening around about 12 o'clock ish, and boom, it resets itself. So the time is always 100% correct. It's just beautiful. Now, what I like about this watch as well is that it's on a brushed stainless steel strap, but it's also got gold on the inserts there, which, some people do say it's a bit old manish, that gold and silver mix, but I don't think it is. I think it looks really, really bling. Really, really bling. Beautiful, beautiful watch. And when I first bought this, I never I never had it off my wrist, which is the case when I normally buy a watch new. I wear it for a good few months before I start reverting back to my other watches. Obviously, I don't wear it when I go to the gym and everything. I wear what I call, well, it's not a beater, because I don't class any of my watches as beaters, because if I'm doing any work, I take it off. If there's any chance of my watch is getting damaged, I take it off. But there is one that I like to wear when I'm at the gym. Well, there's 2 or 3 different ones that I wear when I go to the gym. So that's my Citizen. And then after that, I bought another Citizen from the same watch place where I bought the Seiko from, and my wife's ring. Again, I just know it's a chronograph, but that's another Citizen watch that I bought. What I will do when I've gone through all these watches, I will do a one-by-one review on them on the channel and tell you what I think. But yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely, lovely watch. This is Eco Drive. It's a quartz system. If you notice, the big hand doesn't tick. It's one of the little chrono circles that ticks. That's a second, and that's like part of the stopwatch is the seconds, what's the normal seconds hand. So yeah, so love that watch. Don't really wear it that often, but still, again, absolutely, absolutely love that watch. It's beautiful. Anyway, I found this, and it's a lovely watch. It is. and you probably laugh at the colour of the dial, but it's a Citizen Tioso, I think it's automatic, and it's got a blue, you could say Tiffany dial on it. Now again, I wore this for ages, and this has been all. I've been to Tenerife with me in November. I never had it off my wrist. It's such a beautiful looking watch, and some say it's got a little bit of a look of a Rolex, which I like Rolex as a brand, and if I ever was a millionaire, I'd probably buy a Rolex, but not just at the minute. I'm not spending all my money on a Rolex because I love motorbikes as well. But yeah, so that's my Citizen Tioso automatic movement, and it does look like the PRX to me. That's the reason why I bought it. It's a lot cheaper. It's about £200 cheaper than the PRX, um, and it's an automatic movement, and it's got, I can barely show you it, but it's got a viewing. It's a glass on the back, so you can see the mechanism in the back what powers the watch and makes it not tick but sweep. Beautiful, love it. One of me is one of in my favourite list is that.